so I can look around. We'll pick just mod click. Let me turn up the volume a little bit so I can explain. So, why you should always get involved in the Russian Civil War. So whether you're the UK, whether you're France, maybe even if you're Spain, or you're Germany, or you're Austria, or you're Poland, Ukraine, Norway, Sweden, whoever it is. Let's look at resources. Now, we'll zoom a little bit more. Let's look where all the steel is. We have Novgorod right here. 8 out of 8 steel. So once you build more development on their province, more steel gets produced. Look at the amount of steel that Russia produces. Murmansk has it. Helsinki has it too. Karelia. So all three of these provinces have steel that they produce. Like literally, that's maybe at least 20 steel right there. We have Kharkiv, which is in there. Kursk, which is right here. They have more steel right there. They have no steel in the Caucasus, but let's look at Saratov, right? It's right here. More steel. Where's other provinces steel? There's my dog right there. But we have East Orenburg, which is right here. 18 out of 18 steel. That's freaking giant. But, and let's look over here. Tuva, wait, what am I looking at? Okay, Almaty, right here. They have, what is that, 18 out of 18 steel. Okay? And then you look over here. Tuva, 10 out of 10 steel. When you maximize it, they can go even higher. But when we look over here. Buryatia. Where's Buryatia? I think Buryatia is right here, next to the river. Or the lake right here. It's 11 out of 14 steel. I think we look over here. Magadan, I think, right? No, this is somewhere. So right here. Literally, it's so much steel. Let's count them. 1, 2. That Russia can get 3, 4. Aksu, no. 4, count it 4. Yeah, oh no, Afghanistan. Okay, 4. 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So with 10 steel plants, which is they produce the most steel out of any other countries in the whole world of the game. So say you start in I think the game starts in 1919, which is like the end of the World War I. Russia's very divided. Like you look at it right now, very divided. But they have basically like a monopoly on the steel. They have the most steel in the whole world. 10 steel provinces where they can produce steel. Now look at the UK. UK has colonies, but guess what? Look at their steel production. They have none in the Middle East at all. They want to read it, yeah. That's not theirs though. British India isn't Britain, and they don't have the steel production that Russia has. They have 1, 2, yeah, 2. Or no, 3, yeah, 3. But say if I'm let's say I'm Japan, right? And say because most Japan's if I play Japan, I want Vladivostok, Transamur, and Sakhalin. These are very good provinces, maybe some Siberia lands, but you can just take this. But steel right here. Well, you go farther, you can go farther and take more. But what you can do in the Civil War is because all the Russians are weak. Every country in the Civil War in 1919 is very weak. So Japan can come in. Whoop, there we go, and snatch this big piece. And what do you get? You get Buryatia. You get Transamur. 2 steel provinces. Okay. Now, say I'm the Soviet Union. My goal for Soviet Union is to get enough steel. Right. There's plenty of steel. There's 10 steel, spots that produce steel. I need to reunite Russia. Now, say if the UK gets involved, which probably could happen. Now, I've seen it happen before. Where they got involved. Now, I mentioned this in my nuke video, but where they got involved. Now, say if they conquer, let's look at what if they conquer Murmansk, Karelia? Yeah, it's Murmansk and Karelia. That's 2 steel provinces that they have. Now, they don't get that instantly. They have to wait till it's cored and they get less resistance, like right here. They have to get less resistance and get a core on it. But imagine if they get that. The amount of steel production that they will have added on to what they have. So this steel obviously fuels your factories, right? I don't have any steel. Where am I? I'm Moglik, right? Do I have steel? No, I don't have steel. But I'm given 25,000 guns. Okay? And I can't produce anything. Now, to weaken any of the Russian states, to weaken the Soviet Union, or to weaken White Russia, or the other Russia who's fighting the Soviet Union, grab this steel. And grab their civilian factories and mills, obviously, But, if any country, say like obviously France, Poland, or Germany, if you can deal a good blow to either the Soviets or Russia, and knock them out before they can reunify and take their steel. Which for Poland they would probably take out Belarus, then move up here and take Novgorod, and then some other country, say Finland, because Finland has cores on both of these. Finland take Murmansk and Karelia, and then boom, they have a monopoly on steel now. And when you look at once Russia unified, say under the Soviet Union or other Russia, when you fully take all the steel that you need, you will have a lot of steel. I think it's maybe 60 that you max out on. I'd have to play as the Soviet Union, but you max out at about 50 to 60 steel. I think it's capped, because when you look at your resources right here, you get I have five steel, you know, in the game. But for Russia, it would max out to 50 or 60 or 54 steel when I would do it. So you have automatically a monopoly on steel, and what most Russians would do is put their economy on closed economy, and what that basically means is that nobody can buy from them. Nobody can buy anything from their market, which is a good and a bad thing, because then, you know, UK can't get a hand in their economy or in their steel market. France can get a hand in there either. Germany can't, Austria can't, Italy can't, you know, Poland, Dutch, you know, the Belgians, they can't get a hand in their steel market. You should always, as either any of the great powers, you should always get involved in the Russian Civil War. Greece. Greece is a very small country when it comes to 1919. But they should at least maybe get involved in the Civil War. You can get involved in Ukraine. But if you can get involved in the Caucasus and then move over to maybe Kursk, you know. Let's say if I'm Ukraine, okay, I'm involved in maybe, I think there's a communist, and then there's the what is the, I don't know what the other state is that's in the Civil War in this game, but they're involved as well. So if you can be Ukraine, you're not all of Ukraine, take Kursk, and then maybe take Saratov, which is over, where's Saratov? Right here. If you can like bring your empire over here, you'd be perfect off, and you'd be able to secure 2 steel provinces that produce you freaking giant amounts of steel. Okay, say if you're lost autonomy, which is Kazakhstan. If you can do that, and you can, you know, fight the Russians, which would be pretty hard. Look at Almaty. They have steel right here. Okay, that's not enough steel though. Now you have right here East Orenburg, easy to secure, right on your border, -5 development. So it's always important to know what you're going to target as. Say if I'm the Chinese warlord states. If you're Tuva, you don't have cores in these provinces, but you do have culture. Like where's it at? Right here, Parmi culture. So this is going to be a justification to take these lands, which I don't think these have what is it called, steel, but Tuva definitely does have steel. And a big interest for Russia, what I would say is the best guide for Russia, is when you run out Russia, go straight for a country that produces steel. Tuva produces a lot of steel. All you gotta do is get those provinces that produce all the steel. So, if you don't get involved in the Russian Civil War, guess what? That means either the Soviet Union or Russia will have a monopoly on all of this steel that comes to the market. They will be at the top. And all they can do to make the steel supply drop heavily and cripple a lot of the other nations, say like Europe nations, if there's like a World War III or World War I going on there, they will need a lot of steel for production for guns. Well, guess what? You can manipulate that by just saying, go here, go to my laws, and then limit export. Close economy shuts down all export. It can't export anything from me. There we go. Then let's look at my trade. Let's look here, steel. I'm not on the list anymore. Now look at the Soviet Union. This is Soviet Union not fully united. Okay, 14. Austria, 20. Let's look at Austria. Austria probably has a lot of steel here. I'm not going to count all these, but they have a lot of steel. Okay, now, say if Soviet Union completely united, they would be on top of the chart. And all I have to do is, what I would do if you were Soviet Union, trying to get out of a closed economy state, limited, but do not go free trade or export. Well, you can go export, but that's if you're protecting yourself with enough guns. Go export. But you always have to be very aware that not taking advantage, it's like leaving money on the table and not taking that money. It's like leaving an opportunity and not taking it. So if I'm, let's say, Estonia, which Estonia is real close to the border right now, we can look at right here. I have a steel right here, but maybe I want Novgorod. Maybe I want to bring my little empire, so I'll take these St. Petersburg, Novgorod, and Pskov. You have to do that exactly when the Soviet Union is weak, or when the Russian Empire is weak. You know, you have to be very aware of that and on it. Like Belarus is very weak, and they're not as able to grab as much territory. I think because I think they started with Poland and maybe Ukraine or whatever, but Uralic State. I don't know if they're independent in 1919, but they might be. I don't know exactly, but you need to think of these advantages. Like right here in Central Asia, the only steel producing province in Central Asia, Almaty. It's not really a good place to invest in when you secure stuff, but I mean, you can take Almaty and you get a lot of production there. You should always think about that as well. Um, and yeah, that's basically it. But always keep your eye out for advantages in this game. It's so important. Your army might be weak, but the Russian Civil War, it's so bad. It's so intricate and detailed that you have to be very wary of what's going on. Like if you're losing a battle, you need to get involved. Or if you see Russia losing a battle, the other Russian Empire, whoever the other Russia is, if they're losing a battle, you need to get involved because you and the future of your country, a country that you're leading, and you're still your economic uh, your future depends on if you can get the steel production that you need, if you can flex your power to everybody. If you can't, you're gonna be done for, because you have to be able to flex. When Russia unites, they're a big power when it comes to influencing Europe, influencing Central Asia, influencing the Middle East especially, because they do a lot of influence around Turkey, the Middle East, and around Persia as well. And especially in China, they have a lot of influence when it comes to Xinjiang, Mongolia, Anfu, and around where Manchuria is. And they're going to have battles with Japan, so you have to be very aware of that. But I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you can take my opinion. However you take it, it's up to you. You don't have to agree with it fully, but you should always take advantage of things that pop up in this game. Like opportunity, as long as they're not exploits or anything like that. But if there are opportunities that pop up, say Russia's weak, or say Germany loses in Berlin, or Germany loses to Poland, which is embarrassing. But if they do, take advantage of it. It's very good and it helps your nation. Well, I hope you guys enjoy, and give me your opinions in the comments. They're always open. I don't really care. Just give me your opinion if you want, obviously. And yeah, that's basically it. Get involved in the Russian Civil War, though, in a fresh server, or in any server that there's Civil War going on. Get involved, because most of the time you will reap a benefit out of it. See you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed greatly, and bye-bye.